on the city's west side. This crash happening about an hour ago on Bandera Road near Sherrill Brook Road.
Now, this is what police are saying. They say that a driver crashed into a man as he was crossing Bandera Road, and that impact was so hard, so intense, that it caused him to land on the southbound lane, which is where you see officers there conducting their investigation. I believe they're zooming in on a sneaker. Now, a second driver hit the man. The driver stayed on the scene, but the first driver that we told you about didn't. Police say that the second driver is not expected to be charged with a crime. We're going to continue to follow up on the story and bring you any updates as they become available.
Meanwhile, back to that drag race that turned deadly. Visitation services for one of the children killed held to say a final goodbye to 8-year-old Santiago Martinez.
Now, tonight, people also gathered for a vigil in Kerrville, and they prayed for the 3 lives lost and the 5 others who were hurt. Of course, this happened last weekend after a driver lost control and then crashed into a group of people.
The night team's John Paul Barajas spoke to those who came to pay their respects.
That's a prayer. Strength through prayer, mourning, and closure. That's what people who attended a prayer vigil for the deadly drag racing crash in Kerrville hope to get by coming together to pay their respects.
I witnessed somebody doing CPR. It was the most horrible thing I've ever seen. And this whole weekend has been horrible for me.
Autumn Pinder is a mother of 3. She was at Race Wars 2 with her 3 sons who are around the same age as 6-year-old Daniel Trujillo Jones and 8-year-old Santiago Martinez, who died the day of the event Saturday. 6 others were hospitalized, one of them being 46-year-old Rebecca Cedillo, who recently passed away from her injuries, bringing the death toll to 3, with others' health statuses still unknown.
I guess it just hits really close to home when you have your own kids. You have to make sure that you tell your kids you love them every single day because they could just be gone.
They're just these innocent little babies, you know, they were just going out for a family fun day.
The small group in attendance planted 3 crosses with wings in the ground and added candles as they prayed for the lives lost, the ones still fighting for their lives, and their loved ones, hoping those who are here and those who are gone can find peace.
I actually had them pick out one of their favorite toys that they like playing with to bring it here tonight. And I explained to them that those little boys could play with them in heaven.
Flying Diesel Performance put on the race here at the Kerr County Airport. I'm going to repeat that just one time. Flying Diesel Performance put on the race here at the Kerr County Airport, and police are investigating. At this time, they say it's not a criminal investigation, but there are a lot of questions about the safety measures that were put into place. The accident happening towards the end of the race strip, and they did have barriers, but apparently the barriers didn't extend all the way through. The event organizers say they are cooperating with police. In Kerrville, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Just a tragic story, John Paul. Thank you. Now, in other news tonight, a jury convicted him of murdering his wife, and now Luis Benevento may spend the rest of his life in prison. You see, he's 73, and he was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Now, all along, Luis claimed self-defense, and he took the stand today. He testified that his wife pointed a gun at him while he was trying to leave their home, and that's when he opened fire.
Then she just kind of popped up from the other side of her Prius with the gun like this.
Now, prosecutors used a neighbor's surveillance video to contradict some of Benevento's testimony. They also claim that what he said to the jury isn't what he told police the night of the shooting. And his trial lasted only 3 days. All right, this is tough stuff. It's something that really all parents can relate to. Childcare, you know it. No joke. It costs some families more than their mortgage. Now, the Biden administration wants to help. It's proposing something called the American Families Plan, and under it, low and middle income families could better afford childcare. But here's the thing, not even that would be a complete solution. As the night team's Patty Santos explains, childcare providers are also trying to keep up with costs.
A typical mortgage is what, $1,200 for a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. So, you know, you can buy 2 of those for what daycare is costing. And here we are renters. So.
Yeah, we don't have that luxury just yet.
The Mofats, parents of 3 under 3, are making difficult decisions and sacrifices for their family, careers, and future to be able to afford childcare.
After you think about it, it's just like, oh my goodness, let's have children, you know? But no, you don't think of the price of daycare and how expensive it could be.
Both have college degrees. Danye works in marketing and LaQuantra as a teacher.
We're definitely like middle class for sure. Definitely over the 6-figure mark, and childcare is still just as expensive as us to anybody else.
According to Child Care Aware of America, the cost of daycare in Texas is almost as much as tuition at a 4-year college, just under $10,000 for infants. Texas couples living in the poverty line pay 72% of their income on child care.
Sit, where do you sit?
Right here. Owner of Books and Bibs, Stephanie Gray, says childcare teachers are some of the lowest paid workers.
The main thing is, if you could go to McDonald's and make $12 or $15 an hour, why do you want to work in childcare and make $11 an hour?
Indeed.com has the average hourly pay for childcare workers in Texas at under $11. Gray says the labor shortage is hurting pay raise potentials.
It's really a shame. Early childhood educators get paid so little to be like they're the stepping stone of what your kids are learning for the future.
She has 13 workers and just over 60 kids. She says the cost of running a business includes insurance, supplies, toys, now cleaning supplies. Still, the big chunk goes to payroll. She thinks federal funds could be a Band-Aid to the high cost of childcare.
I don't know exactly what it would take to make it a permanent fix, but this would definitely help.
Federal lawmakers have not yet detailed a plan on how the money, if approved, would trickle down to the centers and workers.
And Gray says the majority of her clients are low-income families that get help through the Texas Child Care Solutions program. Now, if she increases her prices to give teachers a raise, she knows that families in her community would not be able to afford it. Stephania?
Yeah, it's a complex issue, and I'm so glad that you highlighted it tonight, Patty. We know that this is much harder on single parents. In Texas, we know that just in our state, some estimates show that 30% of kids are growing up in a single-parent home. Are there any programs to help struggling families right now?
Yes, in fact, in an effort to boost the labor force in the service industry, the state of Texas is providing free childcare. We're going to tell you about a program that not many people know about, but that is available immediately for those who qualify tomorrow on the Nightbeat.
Clearly something needs to be done. Thank you, Patty. You know, many parents are still waiting when it comes to COVID-19 vaccines for children under 12, a decision still being considered by the Food and Drug Administration tonight. An advisory board endorsed Pfizer's vaccine for kids 5 to 11 yesterday. A decision from the FDA is expected soon. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are then expected to announce their own decision. Rate hikes and resignations, the big stories to come out of CPS Energy in the last few weeks. And tonight during the KSAT News at 6, San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg weighed in on both of those issues. CPS Energy CEO and President Paula Gold-Williams has been under fire since the winter storm last February, which knocked out power to San Antonio. She announced last week she will be stepping down. She's also been talking about as high as a 10% rate hike that could be part of our CPS bills soon. The mayor thinks with the change in leadership, it may be time to pump the brakes on rate hikes.
But it is too early right now to be talking about a specific number. I do not expect it to be in the 10% range, if at all.
CPS Energy also seeing its approval ratings in our Fairfax KSAT San Antonio report polls go down since the winter storm outages. The mayor says whoever follows Gold-Williams will need to address those issues.
Now, still ahead on the Nightbeat, several companies are paying workers more money. We're going to tell you which ones.
And the city now partnering with a local pastor to help bring resources to one of the poorest zip codes in San Antonio. The new resource hub meant to help the homeless coming up.
Plus, yesterday we told you about these 2,000 migrants moving north towards Mexico, and now there are more. We're going to tell you why and what happens next on the Nightbeat. That group of migrants moving through Mexico that we've been telling you about keeps growing. Last night it was about 2,000, and now it's about 4,000 people. That group tried to get asylum in southern Mexico, but as we all know, that system there is backlogged. So the group continues to move north, and people keep joining them, as you can tell right there. A lot of them are kids, however. A member of the Center for Human Dignity says that about 1,200 people in that group are under 7 years old.
It's something we've talked a lot about, homelessness, a challenge on the minds of many. In our Fairfax KSAT San Antonio report poll, hundreds of registered voters in San Antonio agreeing it needs to be addressed. But it's a complicated challenge. Participants voiced opinions on the topic as it relates to housing, employment, mental illness, addiction. In one part of the poll, 81% of participants said more shelters and health services are needed to help those without a home. The city of San Antonio partnering with the community in one of the poorest zip codes in hopes of bringing services to those who really need them. We're talking about zip code 78207. That area sits just west of downtown. It's also where Harper's Chapel Baptist Church hopes to help those without a home. The church sits on Lombrano Street. It's not far from Culebra or Zarzamora. Once a week, Pastor Vincent Robinson's church becomes a hub for simple but needed resources like showers, COVID testing, a food pantry, and employment services.
So it's very important that we have these resources here to get the people back on their feet, but to be an asset for them. We don't want to enable them. We don't want to have them to where we're crutching them. We want to give them their identity back. We want to have skilled trades for them, get them back into the workforce, and have them become part of the community, and that's what they want.
Something as simple as a shower can make a difference. This resource hub will open every Wednesday from 11 in the morning until 2 o'clock at Harper's Chapel Baptist Church. It's all with help from the city, the University of the Incarnate Word, and other groups like Haven for Hope. There's also a resource hub downtown at the Corazon Day Center. That facility runs Monday through Friday from 11 in the morning until 5 at night. And as we've shown in our reporting, and it's backed up by those at City Hall, homelessness is not only a challenge for the downtown area, but in areas across our city. There are 3 other designated resource hubs in San Antonio.
And that dovetails perfectly with this right here. This could help people looking for work. Companies need you, so they're raising wages. Take Costco, for instance. It's upping its hourly wage to $17 an hour. Now, if you want context here, that's about $2 above Amazon, Target, and other top retailers. Starbucks also increasing its wage. Today, the coffee company announced that workers in the U.S. will earn at least $15 an hour and up to $23 an hour by next summer. Those raises, of course, are going to be based on experience. Starbucks is also offering a $200 bonus to attract new workers. All right, now let's cool off just a little bit. Travis Park getting an ice rink just in time for the holidays. I know you're excited about that. Gets you
Oh,
mood.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, workers are setting up different parts before they can bring in the ice. That rink is set to open on November 19th. Of course, this was put on hold last year because of many things, you know, the pandemic. But organizers are saying they're ready for it to come back. And here's the deal. You can buy tickets right now. We have a link for you on our website, KSAT.com.
I think I'm going to go check that out this year because oftentimes I feel like I'm on thin ice. You know what I mean?
I would love to see you.
Yeah.
Seems that guy along the boards doing the little baby steps, and that's okay. You're out there doing it.
I'm a little bit better than that, but little bit better than that. All right, look at this. This is our haunted house tour. Look at those huge spiders that have taken over
right?
this home. Yeah, if you're not into arachnids, this is not the place for you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Not really this season for you.
Yeah, those 2 homes are on King William Street if you want to go check them out. Right there. And I'm thinking the temperatures are pretty seasonal right now, Adam.
Yeah, they are, especially high temperatures, but the morning temperatures will be dropping a little below average. You ready for it?
Maybe.
Well, ready or not, here it comes. Near 50 degrees tomorrow morning. Friday will be down in the 40s. Saturday will be down in the 40s as well. And remember, these numbers here, they're for San Antonio. You get in outlying areas, and it's going to be even cooler. And I'll break it down for you in detail across our region in a moment. First, I want to point out our winds, which have finally subsided. Now, they've been blown in from the northwest all day. They've actually been coming in from West Texas and even the Panhandle. And if you've noticed outside this evening, there's a little haze over the city lights. That's because we have some West Texas dust that is being blown overhead. So when you wake up in the morning, if you park your car outside, you may notice a little extra film of dust on your windshield. It's courtesy of the cold front and West Texas and the gusty northwesterly wind. Luckily, the wind has pumped the brakes quite a bit. We were gusting to 35, 40 miles per hour earlier today. It has changed through the night. It's only going to be about 5 to 15 miles per hour, but tomorrow it ramps up again. So it's going to be just as gusty tomorrow afternoon as it was throughout the day today, probably gusting to about 35 miles per hour for a good portion of the afternoon during the peak heating of the day especially. So here's the big picture. Take a look at this upper level disturbance that goes all the way from Canada down to Texas and the Gulf of Mexico. Big, far-reaching dip in the upper level flow. That's what helped stir things up, cause that cold front that moved through early this morning. And of course, our showers and thunderstorms. Now the activity is all east of us. We're on the backside of it. We cleared out quickly. Nothing but sunshine for the rest of the week and all the way through the upcoming weekend. And it was good we squeezed out a little bit of beneficial rain from those showers. We had 0.98 officially at the airport here in San Antonio. But let's talk temperatures. Okay, these temperatures are going to be falling off quickly tonight and especially the next few nights. Already down to 51 in Kerrville, 63 here in San Antonio, 69 Cotulla, a little bit warmer farther south down I-35, New Braunfels 62. This is what we're expecting the map to look like tomorrow morning. Kerrville 44, Fredericksburg 42, Canyon Lake 47 in the morning. So have the long sleeves or even a light jacket ready for the kids as they venture out to the bus stop tomorrow morning. 46 in Hondo, 50 around downtown San Antonio and even Converse. But once you get to Bernie, about 47, Timberwood Park 49, Elmendorf, Von Army, meanwhile 52. So noticeably cooler tomorrow morning and actually running a little below average for morning temperatures for about 3 to 4 days. By the afternoon, the sun's going to warm us up efficiently. We'll be well into the 70s, right near 80 degrees. Bottom line, a very comfortable day on the way, especially in terms of those afternoon temperatures and a few folks hitting 80 degrees briefly southwest of San Antonio. A gusty day, though. We talked about that. Northwesterly winds steady at 20 to 25 with those gusts up to 35. Wall-to-wall sunshine. A little bit of that dust tonight and even first thing tomorrow morning. Something to keep in mind if you are sensitive to the dust with your respiratory system, but it's not going to hang around for very long. Looking ahead then, Halloween. Still low humidity, back into the lower 80s. Comfortable for trick-or-treating. I'm thinking temperatures in the 70s while we're out gathering the candy and using the old pillowcase. Do kids still use pillowcases?
No.
They don't, do
No.
they? I keep telling my kids, man, we'd go running around with a pillowcase and
Yeah, that's
fill
what
it
you
up.
put your candy.
Yes, they don't do that.
If you get a lot of candy, that is.
Oh, you've got to fill up the pillowcase. However many houses as it takes.
It doesn't matter.
It does not matter. By the way, look at Friday for the Day of the Dead parade.
That's right.
75
and the
degrees.
after parade special that you will be part of.
Yes.
75
I'm excited.
degrees.
I
That is
know,
nice.
super comfortable temperatures. Though I got to say, if you're a Spurs fan, you need some comfortable news.
Oh, yeah.
You have been getting it.
Need some bad teams, right? Yeah, this is what happens when a young team, there's no go-to guy, so you struggle against good teams.
You have to learn how to win.
Exactly. Learn how to close out, especially when it comes to the Spurs. When we come back, what about closing out that? It doesn't count as far as getting close to beating a good team. And Jeff Traylor says he's working on a new agreement. Coming up. Our San Antonio Spurs are off to a rough start this season, losing 3 in a row after taking their opening night game against the Orlando Magic. But since that night, they have faced much better teams in the Nuggets, the Bucks, and of course last night the Lakers, where they wasted a 12-point lead and a triple-double from DeJounte Murray with 21 points, 15 assists, and 12 rebounds. Murray himself had a chance to win the game at the end of regulation, but came up short on his shot. It sent the game into overtime where the Spurs were outscored 11-7, the 125-121 defeat. But the Spurs still have confidence in their on-court leader.
I think they're confident in me just based off of the, me leading by example and there's a bunch of leaders. You lead with your work ethic, your learning abilities, never think you know everything and, just being coachable. You can go all the way around, just everything across the board. So, I love my teammates and I believe in them like they believe in me.
We have that intensity. We have the players and, the chemistry together that we just want to win. We don't really care about stats. We don't have egos. We just want to win. Good to great, just 0.5s, playing the Spurs way. And we're just going to continue to get better. This is our first time really playing together. We're still working on our chemistry, still growing. We're young, which is not an excuse, but, I think we look pretty good out there.
All right, road trip up I-35 and face Dallas. It'll be tomorrow at 7:30. There was some concern about the health of Anthony Davis, especially with LeBron James missing the game with a sore ankle. The knocked knees with DeJounte Murray before going up for a rebound. And when he came down, he grabbed his right knee, but he stayed in the game. After the win, Davis told us what he felt.
A little stinger, and then started moving, just kind of went away. As I kept playing, still felt it a little bit, but tried to finish the game. Well, finish the game, and we'll see how it is when I wake up tomorrow.
All right, must have felt okay. Davis played tonight in OKC. LeBron did not again. The UTSA's head football coach and the school administration are working on a new contract and team improvements to keep Jeff Traylor as their head coach. This according to Traylor today, who met with the media for the first time since his name has been mentioned in the search for a new head coach for Texas Tech. The Red Raiders fired Matt Wells on Monday. Immediately, Taylor's name and that of SMU head coach Sonny Dykes came up in reports on who Texas Tech would go after to succeed Wells. But if you listen to Traylor today, it sounds like he is committed to staying at UTSA.
President Amy and Dr. Compost have been in front of this for a while. They've been very active in their conversations with me this entire year. We're just working through some details. We're trying to get some things, finalized, and so we can move forwards together. I've got agents and attorneys, and they've got attorneys, and there's just always legal language, and there's stuff we're just working through, to be very honest with you.
As we said last night, and as Traylor said today, these are good problems to have. It means you're having success, and that would be an understatement this year, but the Roadrunners are on 8-0 on their bye week, nationally ranked at number 23 in the country. How do the players feel about hearing their coach's name pop up in the Texas Tech vacancy?
We see it as a violation of the cheese code, so we don't try to get too much into that. So, we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing, and not really look into that too much. We have a whole season to keep on playing, and we still got a lot of other games to go. So, but we're invested in Coach Traylor, and he's invested in us. So we're just going to keep on going.
He just reassured us, hey, things are going to happen. He's a really good coach in a very predominant role, and of course people are going to call his name, especially when we're winning. So it just makes a lot of sense.
All right, the extra week will help the Roadrunners prepare for their biggest challenge when they have to travel to El Paso, meet up with UTEP 1 week from this Saturday at 9:15 San Antonio time. The KSAT 12 Texas Sports Production Game of the Week next. Here we go. The KSAT 12 Texas Sports Productions Game of the Week features the #1 ranked Brennan Bears against the Holmes Huskies. The Bears will be looking to stay top-ranked team in the city, undefeated, averaging 52.5 points a game in district competition, with dual-threat quarterback Ashton DeBose, who has 1,789 yards, 27 touchdowns in the air, another 7 on the ground. While Holmes is fighting to make the playoffs with a 5-3 record overall, is 1 win out right behind their quarterback Christopher Medeles, who's 1,216 yards in the air and 11 TDs.
We take it very seriously. We got to take it week by week and don't underestimate any team and be dominant on the field, and that's it.
We know they're good, but we know what we can play. As a team, we come together and play, we'll be able to beat them. But we just have to be able to play together.
All right, here is the matchup. This game taking place on Thursday to our 7 o'clock at Gustafson Stadium. Brennan against Holmes. You can see it live on KSAT 12.2 Digital. And let's check in on the World Series. The game has just gone final. Houston Astros have defeated the Braves 7-2 to get even with the Braves. The series is now knotted up at 1 win apiece.
Yeah, I was going to say the graphic says 2-2, but they've only played 2.
Right.
So it's 1-1.
Yes, that's correct. Now, maybe we're predicting.
I just was happy.
I think we're predicting 2-2.
I just was happy with my rudimentary math skills there, Greg.
I'm glad you could see it from that distance.
Yeah, and my eyesight, yeah.
Thank you. We'll be right back. We'll talk about math.
Before we go, the San Antonio Zoo is set to open up a new attraction this week. It is a Jaguar Skywalk. It's set to open on Friday. The walkway will allow the Jaguars to roam above the exhibit and the visitors. The zoo says it's all part of their neotropical areas. You can read about those areas online at KSAT.com. Having been to the zoo many times, I'm curious how that's going to work and where they're going to put it. And, I've seen it at other zoos, but I don't know.
It'll be cool, and the kids are going to be excited about that too, to check it out.
Yeah, weather's good to go to the zoo the next several days. Humidity, it's out of here until we get into next week.
All right, thank you. That does it for the Night Beat, and don't forget that Good Morning San Antonio starts at 4:30.
Have a great night.